Hey guys, it's Nicholas here from upgradeToLife.com and welcome to this video which is called Why Hasn't My Goal Manifested Yet? Right, I did all of the techniques. I did everything that I was supposed to do. I imagined the end, I assumed the end state, I shifted my self-concept, I did this technique, I visualized, I heard congratulations, I sometimes even affirmed, I scripted, everything. I did everything, but there is no movement. There are no results. I'm still the same version of me. I still react, I'm still triggered. So why hasn't my goal manifested yet, even though I think that I do everything like you explained it, Nicholas, like Neville explains it. So what am I doing wrong here? What am I missing? Okay, this is precisely what this video is about. So watch it till the end because I think that this will help you tremendously. So without any delay, let's just jump right into it. Now, the first part of my explanation. Okay, this is just to lay and put out a strong foundation for you. Okay. As you know, the external world, this is what I wrote here, is a mirror of your internal world. That is the first thing that we have to understand, right? Is that the external world is not final. The external world, our life circumstances, the facts that are shown to us, right? How our life currently is reflected back to us, that is not final. These are facts, but they're not set in stone. They're only final as long as we accept them as final, right? This is the world of experiences. If we like the experiences, everything is good. Enjoy your life. If there are experiences that you don't like, you can change them, but you first have to change within. I'm going to explain this later in this video. But again, the first fundamental thing that you have to understand is that your external world is a mirror of your internal world, or of your internal state, your inner identity, who you claim yourself to be, what you accept and assume to be true about yourself and life. So that's the first thing, right? Then also the mirror, right? The circumstances, the facts, they can only confirm what you are now. Right? It has a confirming function. It's not causative. It's not causing anything. You are the cause within, and then externally you will see the reflection, right? But the interesting thing is, and that is where a lot of people go sideways, is that it can only confirm what you are now. This is why there's also this quote that in life you don't get what you want, but you get who you are, what your nature is, right? What is already natural to you, that is what you get reflected back. But if you still desire, if you still think of and wish and hope for and wait, that indicates that you are not it now. So your world will show you more waiting. Your world will show you more of it is not here yet. You're struggling. You don't have it. It's still far away. Right? So remember that you have to be it now within. And then your world can confirm what you are now within. Okay? I hope that makes sense so far. And like I said before, the mirror can't cause anything by itself. It is reverberant. You can imagine it literally like you going into your bathroom and looking into the bathroom mirror, right? It's useless, it's stupid, it's fruitless if you yell at that mirror, if you break it, and in hope that the mirror image will change. No, but as soon as you change, as soon as you smile, the mirror image smiles, right? As soon as you internally change, your world changes. That is how it goes. And very important is it is reverberant, meaning I can change within right now. A person can go from internal lack, from poverty, from illness, from loneliness. They can go into financial abundance, to health, to being partnered, to being in their desired relationship. They can be there within already, but externally in these circumstances, there might still be for a decent amount of time the old circumstances, right? Because the mirror is reverberant. It's sometimes, the mirror takes time to catch up to who you are right now within. But that simply won't bother you because you get all the satisfaction, you get all the pleasure and the relief from your internal state, from within, not from without, right? You are within, and then it happens without. Remember, the manifestation is the consequence of the wish fulfilled. You internally experience the wish fulfilled, it is internally, and then the manifestation is reverberant. It happens as a result of the wish fulfilled that you experienced within yourself, okay? And it won't lead to anything if you wait for results. Waiting leads to more waiting. Right? If you show the mirror waiting, what do you expect the mirror to reflect back to you? What do you expect your thoughts, how you view things and your circumstances to reflect back to you if you're in a waiting state? If you say, oh, I do all of these techniques, but when will it finally show up? That means that it is not literally internally fulfilled for you. And you do all of these techniques to manipulate reality and you wait, but it can't show up because you aren't it within. So don't try to, fool anyone. You can't mock God, like Neville also said. You can't mock reality. Reality is within. So don't do some techniques to eventually get something at some point in time. No, You do these techniques to make it natural within, to be it within, to feel the satisfaction, to feel the wish fulfilled, and then the manifestation simply happens as a consequence, as a result. But don't wait. Okay, waiting leads to waiting. There is nothing to wait because you can experience the wish fulfilled right now within. You can right now shift your internal state. You don't need to wait for the external circumstances to confirm that. Someone can look at their bank account and see red numbers and still internally shift into the state of abundance, having always more than enough finances. So they will still see the red numbers, but simply don't react to them, simply don't feel triggered by them because they have internally moved into this new state. Okay? And I have a spelling mistake here. It can only show up if you are within. Yeah, this has to be an it. Okay, sorry for that. So your desire, your desired circumstances, you being the desired version of yourself, and therefore how your life reflects that back. All of these changes, all of these new results, this can only show up if you are within, if this is already your internal nature, right? And if you are within now, then there is no waiting. And that is the important part. Right? If I am at within now, I simply don't continue to ask the question, when will it show up? I am at within now. I don't need proof. I don't need confirmation. I don't need evidence. I have all the evidence within myself. I am it right now. I am right now financial abundance. So I don't need to see right now that someone gives me a check or that I get more clients or that I have a better job. I know that I'm financial abundant. I will react from this new state. I will think from this new state. I will do actions from this new state. But because I am so fulfilled, I am in this state. This is my nature. I stop seeking, I stop chasing, I stop asking, when will it finally be here yet? And that is why I said in the beginning, if you still ask this question, why hasn't my goal manifested yet? It is simply an indication that you have maybe fallen out of the state of the wish fulfilled, which is not a bad thing because you can, at any point in time, maneuver back into the end, maneuver back into this end state, make it natural again, via all the techniques that are out there, via everything that I also share on my channel. Okay? So in the moment you assume to be who you want to be, you are in the wish fulfilled. So you can't wait. And your world will mirror the wish fulfilled. Okay, that is crucial to understand. In the moment where you imagine that your friends congratulate you on having achieved X, Y, and Z, in this moment where you imagine that you experience the scene that implies that you are now this healthy version, this version in the relationship that you want to be in, this healthy, this financial stable person, whatever it is, right? In the moment, while you assume that, while you place your awareness on having achieved that, this is your reality. Remember, consciousness is the only reality. Where you are within is the only reality. The outside confirms, the outside mirrors back. So if you internally experience financial abundance, you are it right now, right? Don't think that you do this to manipulate something. No, this is reality, what you are within, who you're within. Your inner state of consciousness, and externally, that's the result, that's the byproduct, that's the confirming function of your inner nature. Okay, so in the moment you assume it, you are it actually. So you are in the wish fulfilled. And because you are that, there is nothing to wait for. There is nothing to be like, okay, what should I do next? When will it finally happen? No, it happened. It is done. You just experienced within. That is the reality. That is the nature. Okay, that you are in that state within when you imagine it, when you make it natural. Okay, and then your world, because you experience the wish fulfilled within, then your world, with its confirming function, mirroring function, can show you that manifestation, which is the byproduct, the result of the wish fulfilled. Okay, I do have a video which is called "The Manifestation is the Consequence of the Inner Wish Fulfilled." You can check this out above. I will link it right now. Okay, very important. Now, if you wait, right, that's the second part of the explanation. If you wait, you will always get more waiting mirrored back to you. Right, so when you be like, why hasn't it shown up? When will it finally arrive? I'm waiting for my manifestation since 1 month, since 2 months, but nothing is showing up. You are simply in a state of not being it, of not having it. So you can't expect the world to show you the results of that. Right, you have to be it and have it within. Then you get this reflected back to you. So if you wait, you'll get more waiting mirrored back. So be self-aware, raise your level of self-awareness to the point where you catch yourself waiting and asking the question, when will it manifest? No, ask yourself, when would you not ask this question? Okay, when would you not ask the question, when will it manifest? Why hasn't it manifested yet? When you would be it. So then what do? You imagine that you are it. And then this question falls away. Right? Because in the moment when you are it, you are it. Boom, that's it. You can continue with your life. It's done. You are it right now. You carry this with you. And once you feel triggered, once you feel react, once you feel that this question is coming up, once, undesired circumstance make you doubt again, you simply and very gently maneuver back in the wish fulfilled, into this inner experience of it is done, via an imaginal act that implies you have it, you are it, okay? And if the external world is only the mirror, then you have to be who you want to be now, right? You have to be who you want to be now. And only when you are it, you will also get it back externally. Okay, so be it now. Don't think, oh yeah, I'm imagining this to maybe get it at some point. No, then you simply keep it at a distance. Then you simply keep this desired state at a distance, but you are not in it. But only the state that you're in is what you get reflected back. Okay, only your self-concept, only your inner identity, only what you're really convinced about, only what is your second nature, or what is your nature, right? What is natural to you, that is what you get reflected back. And if you dwell long enough in the wish fulfilled, right, the desire fades away. Because desire means I don't have it, I want it, I think of it. It would nice if I could be it, if I could have it. But being, this is what Neville said, translate desire into being. Translate desire into making it natural. When you make it natural, when you bathed long enough in the wish fulfilled, by constantly filling up your awareness, filling up your consciousness with this satisfaction, with this relief, with this knowing that it is done, by experiencing in your imagination scenes that imply you are it. If this is hearing congratulations, overhearing two people speak about your success via the telephone technique, via visualizing things, it doesn't matter. All of that just leads to you being natural about that state that you want to express, that desire that you want to experience, okay? So when you dwell long enough in the wish fulfilled, and you always come back to it once you doubt, the desire fades away, right? Because you are it. And therefore you stop waiting and you won't care when it manifests. You simply won't care. It's not a acting as if or a faking like, oh yeah, like I don't care, I close my eyes, I'm delusional. No. Once you are something new, once something new became your internal nature, this is your nature. So you're not there like, oh, looking for it, seeking for it. It's already done for you. And then simply the manifestation follows automatically as a byproduct without you having to interfere with anything as long as you remain in that end state. Okay? And instead of trying very hard to make something happen and forcing anything into being, we focus on shifting into the state where it already is done, right? Crucial understanding here is that manifesting is not creating anything new, which is what some people believe, right? That they create something. But manifesting is more so making the unseen, the invisible seen by placing our awareness, by placing our imagination on that portion of creation where this is already the case. Meaning, if someone wants to be financially abundant, right, they are already financially abundant, but it's currently unseen. It is an unseen reality, but it does exist. And now when they place their imagination on what it would be like if they would be financially abundant, on things that imply that they're financially abundant, they make this state, which is already within creation, which is already within the infinite consciousness, which already does exist, they make this state more natural, and then it's like a new, portion of creation opens up to them. And then they left the old state of poverty and they made the new state alive. It's not that this old state is gone, but they just left it by making the new state alive. Okay, very important, very crucial to understand. And this is what is meant by shifting states, right? You don't create, you simply shift into an already existing state, version of your identity, self-concept that already comes with the goals, that already has the goals, that already is the desired version of yourself. Okay? I do have a video called Your Desire is Your Hidden Identity. I highly recommend that you check this one out because that describes the last point that I made here in more detail so that you understand that your goals, that your desires are nothing that you create and have to force into being, but that you simply have to align with so that they can show up, so that they can be made manifest. Manifest simply means made tangible, means convert from the unseen to the seen. Okay, brought into sight. I'm sure that made sense to you right now. Okay. And now, just to conclude this is the last slide so that this all makes sense to you. All right. Wrong. The wrong approach, the wrong premise is when you say, my desire is fulfilled when it's manifested. But if you say this, my desire is fulfilled when it's manifested, you will literally wait forever. That's very painful, right? Your desire is not fulfilled when it's manifested. Because here's the correct premise, right? The manifestation happens when I go into the wish fulfilled internally. Okay, see the difference. People that come from this premise, they say, I do the techniques to eventually get my desire, which keeps the state of the wish fulfilled at a distance, right? My desire is fulfilled when it's manifested. When I see the manifestation, then my desire is fulfilled. When you do this, you wait forever. That's the wrong premise. I do not recommend you do this. The correct premise is, okay, wait a second. This world is a mirror, like we explained in the beginning. I'm the cause. What I'm doing in my internal world, where I'm moving internally, that is determining my life circumstances, the facts that I experience in my life. So the manifestation happens as a consequence, as a result, when I'm internally living in the wish fulfilled, when I internally experience the wish fulfilled, made it natural, experience it, shifted into that new state, and then I get the new results. Okay, so it's a very crucial paradigm shift. And how do you do this? Summarized, very easy. You experience in imagination what you would experience in your circumstances where your desire fulfilled. Again, you experience in your imagination a simple little act. It can be a congratulation from your best friend. It can be a congratulation from a family member, someone that's close to you, someone that would be excited for you, would you have achieved your goal. You could experience in your imagination two people speak about your success now that you have achieved it. You could experience in your imagination holding the phone on your head and having a phone conversation with someone confirming, congratulating you that you have now achieved your goal. Right? You can see something, sense something, touch something, whatever it is. Ask yourself, what would change in my life where I am now, the desired version of myself? Would I have now already, have the new things in my life present? I call this choose your day after. I will also link a video on this above. You basically, to summarize that, you want to pick a very little simple act that implies you have it. Don't imagine the money on your bank account. You can do this, but imagine something. Imagine who you would be if your goal is now present in your life. If you are now the person that you want to be. How would people see you? How would you see people? Who would comment on you? What would you say? What would you do differently in your day-to-day life? Now that you have already experienced your goal, now that this is already manifested in your life. So pick something after the goal is manifested, because because it is about the implication. It's not that you imagine the desire itself. It's about the scene that you imagine is only about what does this scene imply. It's not about, I can imagine a scene where I smile and see myself in the mirror, because I imagine that oftentimes. But it only matters, what does this imagined act imply to me? It implied that I healed myself. It implied that I'm smiling, that I'm happy to see such a healthy body reflected back to me, my own body reflected back to me. So it only matters what your imagined act implies. Okay? So go to the end, choose something after your desire would have manifested. What would then be different in your day-to-day life? What would imply that you have it, that you are? Then you imagine that. You simply close your eyes and you ask yourself, what would it be like? How would I feel? What would I do? What would someone say to me? And you just bath yourself in that wish fulfilled, and you will see how that changes your mood. You will see how that changes your reactions, and you will see how you will stop waiting, because you are it within. You experienced it within for the sake of experiencing it, of making it natural. And then you will stop waiting. Then you will stop seeking it, searching, and chasing externally. Okay? So that's my summary, right? I assume, and actually I'm really convinced that this video gave you some more clarity on this big question, why has my goal manifested yet? That this is an indication that you haven't shifted, but you can shift all the time by doing exactly what I described in this video. Okay? Let me know in the comments if this video helped you, if that gave you clarity, or if you still say, but I don't know what this means, I don't know what to do. Just let me know. I look forward to your feedback always. And if you want some more insights into Neville's teachings, into how you can apply them in your life to manifest your personal desires, then I highly recommend that you check out the two links that are always linked below in the pinned comments and in the video description, which is my free masterclass and also an application to speak with me in the free call to figure out if we are a good fit to work together in my program, where we do all of this together step by step so that you understand the framework, so that you understand how to apply it, so that you eventually manifest your desires. Okay? That's it for this video. I really enjoyed it. I think this was very important, right? Why has my goal manifested yet? See if you ask this question, be self-aware. And if you ask this question, then watch this video. It has all the answers within it. And I look forward to speak to you in the next one. Bye, guys.